Have you ever found yourself, maybe late at night, just scrolling through property listings? Just dreaming about what it would feel like to actually own one of those places, to build something real. But then, that dream kind of hits a wall, right? It feels like this massive, complicated thing, and you're just stuck. You don't even know what the first step is. Well, that's exactly why we're here. This is the Brick by Brick channel, where we help beginners build wealth through real estate, one brick at a time. So today, we are handing you the map. This is the beginner's roadmap to investing in real estate. We're going to cover the three main paths you can take, look at the very real risks and rewards, walk through a 5-step plan to get you that first property, and crucially, point out the wrong turns you absolutely want to avoid. Okay, first up, you've got to choose your vehicle for this journey. And listen, there is no single right way to do this. It's all about what fits you, your money, and your life. So the two most common hands-on methods are buy and hold versus flipping. Buy and hold is the classic long game, right? You buy a place, you rent it out, and you get that steady income while the property hopefully grows in value. It's awesome for building more passive income. Then you've got flipping. You've all seen the TV shows. Buy a fixer-upper, put in the work, and sell it for a profit. But don't fool yourself. This is not passive. It's a very active, hands-on job. But what if you're thinking, man, I do not want to deal with tenants or contractors? Well, there's a third way. It's called a REIT, a real estate investment trust. And the beauty of this is its simplicity. Just think of it like a mutual fund, but instead of stocks, it's for huge real estate projects. You buy shares in companies that own skyscrapers, giant apartment buildings, and you just collect the dividends. It's a way to get in the game without any of the landlord headaches. All right, so you've picked your car for the road trip. Now let's talk about the view and the potential traffic jams. We've got to be real about both the rewards and the risks. The rewards, well, they can be life-changing. You've got steady cash flow, that monthly rent that helps pay down the loan and builds your equity, which is the part of the property you actually own. Then there is appreciation, where the property's value just grows over the years. And finally, it's an amazing way to diversify your investments. The stock market can be a roller coaster, but real estate is often a much more stable ride. But, and this is a big but, you have to go in with your eyes wide open to the risks. Real estate is not liquid. That means you can't just click a button and get your cash. Selling takes time. It's also a huge commitment. You're going to need a down payment of 20, maybe even 30%. And yeah, if you're a landlord, there's always the chance you'll have to deal with some challenging tenants. It's all part of the business. So you've picked your path, you know the terrain. Now you need the actual itinerary. Let's build your personal 5-step roadmap to get you into that first property. And here it is, the whole game plan from start to finish. We're going to start with assessing your finances, then we do the market research, then we pick the property, figure out the financing, and finally we manage it. We're going to break down every single step. Step 1. Look, this is the absolute foundation for everything else. Before you even look at a single listing, you have to get brutally honest about your own finances. This is non-negotiable. Getting this financial foundation solid is key. Lenders are probably going to want to see a credit score of 650, maybe higher. You'll also need to get a handle on your debt-to-income ratio, and of course, you got to start saving. You need money for the down payment, for closing costs, and please do not forget this, a cash cushion for when things inevitably break. Okay, once your financial house is in order, it's time to figure out where in the world you're going to invest. Now the homework starts. Here's a great pro tip for beginners. Start local. If you're nearby, you can handle an emergency yourself instead of paying someone else. Before you fall in love with an area, though, check the local rules. Some places have tough restrictions on renting or flipping. And finally, look for a growing economy. More jobs means more people looking for a place to live. It's that simple. All right, your money is ready, you've picked a location, now for the really fun part, finding the actual property. To keep from getting totally overwhelmed, you need to define what investors call your buy box. What are you actually looking for? Is it a condo, a single-family home? Then get specific. How many beds? How many baths? What's the ideal square footage? You can use sites like Redfin to start comparing costs and see what typical rents are in the area. You found it, the one, the perfect property. Now you need the cash to actually buy it. Step 4 is all about locking down that financing. Now listen.
Don't just walk into your personal bank and take whatever they offer you. You have to shop around. Check out the big national banks, but also talk to small community banks and credit unions. Ask them about everything: mortgages, portfolio loans, lines of credit. And here's the most important piece of advice: talk to at least 2 or 3 different lenders. Let them compete for your business. You'll be amazed at the difference it can make.
Congratulations, the deal is done. You've got the keys, but the work isn't over. The last step on our map is managing your new investment.
Look, most beginners start out as their own property manager. It just makes financial sense. And honestly, technology makes it way easier today. There's all sorts of landlord software that can help you collect rent and manage leases. You should only really think about hiring a professional manager once you start to scale up and own a few properties. Okay, we've given you the map for success. Now let's put up some big red flags on the common money pits, the wrong turns that so many new investors make. I want you to really let this sink in. The number one mistake is getting the expenses wrong. People get so excited about the rent they're going to collect, they forget about taxes, insurance, repairs, and vacancies. For an investment to work, the rent has to cover all the costs, not just the mortgage payment.
And here are 2 more traps that will sink you. First, mixing your personal and business money. Just don't. From day one, open a separate bank account for the property. It will save you a world of headaches. Second, don't ignore the data. It is so easy to get emotional about a property, but you did all that research for a reason. Trust the numbers. Let them make the decision for you.
So there you go, the full roadmap, from just dreaming about it to actually doing it. You have the map. The only question is, what's the first brick you're going to lay? If you got value from this, hit the like and subscribe for weekly investor breakdowns, and keep building your real estate foundation brick by brick. This video was sponsored by Riverside Realty.